how to balance a full-time work schedule and a full-time school schedule. Let's get into it. All right, first tip, define a middle location. Now, what I mean by that is find a place such as a cafe, a restaurant, a library that is in between your workplace and your house, your apartment, your dorm, whatever it may be, so you can shorten that driving length and get your schoolwork done. Now, a couple things. I'm going to assume that you're either a hybrid student or online student. Being a full-time student and going in-person school full-time is dang near impossible. So I'm gonna assume that, and so what I mean by this is find a cafe, library, like I said, a place to do your schoolwork, but also to shorten that driving distance, maybe avoid some 5 o'clock traffic. I don't know, somewhere you can work your shift, drive a short distance, do your schoolwork all in one smooth motion, and then go back home, have your rest time, be done with it. Dude, I'm telling you, when you have it split up like that, and when you're worried about, oh, I'm going home, and then you eat, and then all of a sudden it's 9 o'clock and you got 3 assignments due in the next 3 hours, and you're cramming. You don't want that. So find that middle location, make it a short drive, somewhere quiet, not too crowded, get your schoolwork done, go home and be able to chill. That's the best thing to do. Bulk up your tasks and just be done with it. All right, real quick before I start yapping, why should you listen to me? These face-to-face, just sit down and talk videos don't work unless I have some credibility. And so I really don't have any other way to prove this. I can pop up my credit hours on the screen somewhere up here, but I am in a community college. I've done 13 credit hours. I just finished all those classes. I passed all those classes, and I've also worked 45 to 65 hours a week. There's a couple weeks, about a month back, that I was doing consecutive 60-hour weeks. I'm currently doing 4 days at 45 hours a week, but I was doing 5 to 6 days at 55 to 60 hours a week, and I maintain all my school. I'm not trying to say that to say woe is me, but just so you know that I actually have done this, that I'm not some dude, some guru on the internet just yapping at you and all talk, no action. I don't want to be that. So anyways, back in the video. All right, point number 2 is something that you're gonna have to try to do on your own, but that is make a consistent schedule, whether that be in school. Understand each of your classes when your homework is due. Ideally, you have all your classwork due for one class each week on the same day, so you can kind of get a routine going per se. And then obviously you want to have the same work schedule every week if at all possible. For example, for me, I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 to 11 hour shifts, 4 days consecutive. Then I have those 3 days off to do whatever in the world I want. In the last couple months, it's been school. So you want to get a consistent schedule, and then also try to get as much consistency with school. That way you can literally just have a set plan and go for it each and every day. No bumps, no bridges, just consistency, and that leaves little area for excuses and lack of motivation. And that kind of brings to the third point, which is use Google Calendar, bro. This is a lifesaver, I'm telling you. You can schedule out and block all of your tasks, schedule out every hour of your day. Every time I do that, I end up getting a lot more done than if I don't. I usually like to schedule my day out 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night the day before, even if you're working and doing school most of the day. Just type it out. It's a lot easier, help you stay committed, and also you can be in a different headspace after you've worked a long time. You're like, I just want to go home. But then you gotta look at that calendar and be like, hey, I gotta do this. And it's always gonna help you doing it before than waiting, procrastinating, and having to cram. That's from my experience. And then that leads us to our last point number 4, which is try to get a flexible job, man. I'm very blessed because the job, it's a big corporation that I work at. And so they give us personal days, rolling holidays. I can kind of be like, hey, this came up, and they can find a cover for me fairly easily. Now in my old job, they probably had 30 employees, 25 employees, which is still a lot, but that leaves a lot less area for people wanting to come and cover your shift. Whereas if there's 200, so you got to find a job that's flexible, offers holidays, personal days, vacation, all of that. So if you need a day for school to catch up on your work, it makes it a lot easier rather than you having to cram it all during the night, sleep 3 hours, go to work the next day, then you're dragging the rest of the week, and it's a domino effect, dude. Trust me, I know how it is. So that's really all I got for y'all today. Just a short little video on how to balance full-time work, full-time school. Like I said, this is what I've done literally until 2 days ago. I was doing this every single day. Google Calendar, doing about 3-ish hours of school 6 days a week after my work day. I was in 13 credit hours. And some of those were classes, frankly, that I did not enjoy. And so it was a little more difficult that way. But I hope you took some value from this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. It's kind of random stuff. But yeah, man. God bless.